Warning, the following presentation is a baseball podcast and is in fact the only podcast with two Brads on it. Seriously, you won't find another. Listener's discretion is advised.
What's going on, guys? It's episode 11 of the TouchAllFour baseball podcast, the greatest baseball podcast available. How are we feeling today, boys?
Feeling great. Nailed that intro.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. It took you 11 episodes, but you've really got it down now.
Like really done it the last three.
Exactly. And we've said it the last three.
Yeah, and you
really grew.
I mean, that's a streak.
Time that 3 is a streak.
We're going,
thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
My
you got a turkey right now.
A little better.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you guys what you think about the Ghost Runner being back in 2022.
Dumb. It's a dumb rule.
I think it is, but it does get games moving a little quicker. That is the one plus to it, if that means anything.
No.
But like, if you're already going to extra innings at that point, do you care how quick the game's going?
No, you know what ticket prices are, Brad Miller? Any extra is just, shaving back my dollars.
Yeah, please. We don't need to be giving those organizations more money than they already have.
And while we're at it,
That's
why we stopping the sale of alcohol at ballparks at the seventh inning? Come on. I'm here for the full experience.
It's because they hate people and having fun.
Terrible. Terrible.
Just means you got to buy more early.
And it's not going to stop me from going out and sitting in the parking lot after the game and pounding a couple.
That's fair. I don't feel safe enough in St. Louis, right in that particular area, to do that. I mean, I like to park in the
bars across the
woman
street.
got thrown off the top floor of like 2 years ago. You guys remember that? The dude from Taylorville? Yeah, that's my favorite parking garage too. So,
Well, they just added that whole new Wrigleyville-esque thing across the street from the stadium, didn't they?
Well, they've always had Ballpark Village.
yeah, Ballpark Village has been there for like 5 years, and it is nice.
Renovated it.
I recommend everybody go to Busch
It's very
Stadium.
nice.
Over there. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Can't
So you
wait.
could always go there.
Go where?
To Ballpark.
Ballpark Village.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
yeah,
know.
you could, I guess, but I don't think I could afford to do that for very long.
So there's also the new Shohei Ohtani rule, quote unquote, where if you pull your pitcher, they can still DH. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And then there's a third rule, and I can't remember what it was right now. There's
Do you
three
remember
like
the one proposed where they were gonna, well, if you took out your starting pitcher, they're gonna take out your DH too?
the double hook.
Yeah, that didn't actually get implemented, right?
That's a
No.
minor league experimental rule right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's right. The Atlantic League.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
rule was the 28-man rosters.
Yeah, that's
For
what
the
it was.
first 2 weeks.
For spring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking around here, and 2/5 of this entire podcast is wearing something with the Diamondbacks. What are we talking about this week?
The Diamondbacks,
I
baby.
didn't hear that. Yeah, me neither. My whole Tuesday's absolutely screwed up now.
Welcome to the Diamondbacks podcast.
Great. Let's talk
Said
about
no
David
one ever.
Peralta and
We're
then
starting the
end
new
it.
wave.
So yeah, Brad hinting at that. We're gonna actually finish our predictions for each division. We're gonna do
Finally.
the AL and NL West today. Cover both.
2 for 1.
2-for-1 special.
That's right.
And for
Where
some
else can you
reason,
get that
two of
kind of
us
value?
chose to wear Arizona Diamondbacks apparel.
I'm a bunch of
Cover in
losers.
the coming back, so it made sense for me.
He's
just
wearing a
think it-
Padres jersey too. I got the Padres. What are we doing?
Yeah,
The
TJ,
two
what are we
West-
doing over there?
I just threw the 2 West things I have on, to be honest.
I
Sticking
like
to the
it.
theme
The
out
NL
here.
West, I like it.
What, do you want me to come out here with my Brewers jersey on? They're in the NL Central. Doesn't make sense. Like you, Bradley.
Huh?
And White Sox.
I don't make sense.
No, me.
Other Brad.
Fuck you trying to say
sorry.
to me, TJ?
Sorry, not Bradley. Sorry, like you, Brad. I'm so used to
Yeah.
calling Bradley. I'm so used to calling Brad Bradley at home that it's gonna slip a couple times.
What are you talking about? You got
He's
me all
talking
sorts
about
of
me wearing a
laughs.
White Sox jersey right now.
And then we're talking
Jesus.
about the West.
Hey, I don't have any West jerseys. I'll get there one day.
Is that an SDS MLB The Show hat though?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out west, San Diego studios. There you go.
There we go. I had one
Oh.
thing right.
We'll give
No,
it to him.
I'm not giving that to you. I used to
At
have my
least he
Griffey
tried.
jersey here. I must have took it back.
Just because you have the coolest shirt on the podcast right now, that doesn't mean anything.
Hey, very proud of this one here. Little relief pitcher, huh? We're loving it.
Huh?
All right. Anyway, if we're gonna start with the AL Central, what team do we think is
West.
gonna
AL
finish?
Central.
West.
AL West. Sorry. Screw you, TJ. You got that in my head now. If we're
We
gonna start
whole
with the AL
podcast,
West,
it's over.
yeah,
All right, let
we've
me
been
go
doing so
first.
good until now, and then we just messed it up. AL West. Who is gonna finish dead last?
Hey, athletics. I'll tell you why.
We're gonna have to go with Bradley on this one.
Yeah. I'm going to start you out with this projected around the diamond look. We got Seth Brown, the Dollar Tree, Matt Olson, apparently. We got Tony Kemp, of all people, at second. Third base, I don't know, Kevin Smith. Who's Kevin Smith? Nobody. Terrible. Shortstop, you're paying Elvis Andrews $15 million a year to hit 234. Great. Fantastic. Fire me up. Chad Pender in left. Are we serious? Like, I didn't know you could get a worse Mark Canha. Well, there's a worse Mark Canha. Right field, Stephen Piscotty does nothing anymore. Terrible, bad. You know who's DH of his ball club? Eric Thames. Eric Thames.
Where the hell did he go, man?
Where
I
did
haven't heard of
he
it.
go? He went down the shithole. That's where he went.
He
I haven't
came
heard
back
of
from
him
Korea,
since-
didn't he? He was in the Korean
Yeah.
baseball league last year, right?
Yeah, I think he was.
I don't know. I don't follow him. Okay, so I mean, you look at the starting rotation. It's fine for now until they blow it up. I mean, you got Sean Manaea, future Cardinal. You got Frankie Montes, future Cardinal. You got
We're
Swervin
not
Cole
both
Irvin.
going to the Cardinals.
Who's
Hey, Brad,
Dalton Jeffries?
Hey, just think of the tweet you sent out. You're gonna be stuck in purgatory. I would not get too hyped up about getting those
Hey.
starting pitchers.
When we signed Julio Teheran to approve me $1.2 million deal and he pitches his ass off, I don't want to hear it.
Didn't somebody pick up Tehran already?
No, they picked up Michael Pineda.
Pineda's definitely off.
Yeah, but they both had like workouts like just recently. Anibal Sanchez in the same group. Oh, and you got Paul Blackburn of all people. Great. Fantastic. Roll that out every 5 days. See how far that gets you. I mean, you got Lou Trevino in the bullpen and everybody else is just bad. So we can move on from there. Record predictions. Going to use Fangraphs for this one. You might as well get real specific. They say it's a 72-win ball club. I'd say they'll be lucky to win 68 games next year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say they're going to be about 68 and whatever the hell that number is as their losses. But yeah, bad team, bad position. Burn it all down, restart it, see what happens. Sean Manaea would look good in a Cardinal uniform. I rest my case.
Thank you. That was a great presentation.
So the whole A's presentation was a bit to get one of the A's pitcher to the Cardinals.
Yeah,
It's
somehow
going to
he,
happen. It's
somehow
going to
he
happen.
turned his
Look at
A's
Colin.
talk into the Cardinals talk.
But- hey, pick a fucking team, huh, Brad?
Me? You're
Yeah.
supposed to be talking about the
At least I
Athletics.
ride or die. You switch every week.
That's not every week.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
you
this
did
big
just-
conversation every week. You still haven't
Because
learned.
y'all don't understand.
You did just say that the Phillies are about to become your new favorite team about a week ago.
Because of 2X
We got the
Cubs.
receipts, Brad. Now how do you feel, huh?
2X Cubs.
No,
God.
not how it works.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So who's going to tell me the Rangers experiment didn't work and they're going to finish fourth?
Yeah, who's fourth in the AL West?
You think the Angels are going to beat out the Rangers in the standings?
Yeah,
That's
dude,
gonna be
they
a
got
good
nothing
race
but
to
pitching.
watch.
Yeah,
It'd be a
the
good
race to third.
fourth place race. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
the
I love
Rangers.
Matt Cassie.
All right, the Rangers finished last season 60 and 102. bad. But that front office went out and they spent a gazillion dollars to go and get Marcus Semien, Corey Seager. They traded for Mitch Garver,
John Gray.
and then which Calhoun was it? Was it Willie or Cole that they got? Cole.
There's another.
that-
They already
that's a-
had Willie Calhoun, didn't
Yeah, they already had Willie. So they went and got his brother. That doesn't do much
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But
You
they
can see the
also
family resemblance.
they drafted Jack Leiter. All right. They got 2 other prospects, Josh Young and Sam Huff, ready to come up and make an impact in that lineup soon enough. Next couple of years, this team's going to be good. This year, I don't think they're going to be where they want to be this year. I'm projecting them finishing 72 and 90, still under 500, probably 4th.
Yeah.
Going through the lineup, you got Marcus Semien leading off at second base, Willie Calhoun DHing, Corey Seager at short, Nate Lau at first, Adolis Garcia in center, Nick Solak in left, Cole Calhoun in right, Brad Miller at third.
Wait a minute.
And
Whoa.
then,
Wait, are you forgetting they signed Matt Carpenter to a minor league deal?
no, I'm not forgetting that.
Yeah, he's hitting. He's playing third.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't know
Big
what you guys have.
Yeah. And then I think for opening day, Jose Trevino is still going to start. But, they do have Mitch Garver there. So
Why is Mitch Garver not going to start?
opening day, just let Jose Trevino go with the team he's on.
Mitch Garver is like twice the player of Jose Trevino.
Yeah, I know. It's just
That's a
opening day.
terrible take.
They got
You
a whole
wanna die on
season.
that hill, Brad?
got a whole
Are you
season.
sure? There's a
They
lot
got
of
a whole
things
season.
you can say. A lot of dumb shit. You sure that's the one you're going to want to ride out with?
I'll ride with this one. I'll ride Jose Trevino, opening day starting catcher.
You're a goddamn fool.
What about opening day starting pitcher? Let's talk about that rotation. What do we got?
Oh, all right. We got John Gray.
And
Martin
Yep.
Perez, Dane Dunning, Kobe Allard, and Spencer Howard.
Yeah.
Dane Dunning.
All
Dame Dunning
right
and Colby
back.
Allard, the pride of the Rangers minor league system from like 5 years ago.
No, Dane Dunning came from the Sox 3 years
Yeah, I
ago.
don't know.
2 years ago.
Oh no! Oh, I thought he
Last year
didn't
was
come
his
up with
first
Allard.
year.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
he's
thinking
thinking
of
Allard.
probably Hans Kraus.
No, Colby was there.
No, I know Colby was there. I'm talking about the other guy because I thought there was 2.
Yeah, well, Hans Krause is in Philly now.
Oh,
He was in the
he was in the Kyle Gibson trade.
yeah. That's how they got Spencer Howard and yeah.
So that rotation is a 4.5 at best, 4.5 ERA in the season.
I'd say
That's
so.
Yeah,
that's their ceiling.
Yeah,
On the bench, you got Andy Ibanez,
like
Leody
that.
Taveras, Eli White, and Mitch Garver, or Jose Trevino. Brad, telling you, opening day it's going to be Trevino.
it's
That's
not.
it. It's just that may be the one game he plays, and then Mitch Garver just comes in, but it's going to be Jose Trevino
makes no
rolling out
sense.
there. Some things don't make sense. Just let it go. And then for team MVP this year, I got Corey Seager busting it out for the Rangers, making every penny of that contract worth it, showing that he belongs there and he wants to play. But I think Josh Young is going to make an impact this year at some point. I think he's going to come up and kick Brad Miller out of third. And I would love to see that because Josh Young just hits the crap out of the ball. And then hopefully, #free Sam Huff. Bring that dude up to hit some 502-foot tanks. And you may see some nice offense from that Rangers. Put up 7 runs a game, but they still let up 8,
it'll at least be entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it'll be entertaining. That race for third.
Yeah, it'll be a great one. The Rangers and the Angels are gonna battle it out. That's gonna be fun to watch. I'm telling you, keep an eye on it. It'll be entertaining.
It'll be a fun one.
So speaking of the
about-
Angels,
I don't know about fun if you want. I don't know how fun you want to talk about. All right, so the Angels. I genuinely have no knowledge of this team whatsoever. Because I'm looking at a bunch of these names, had no idea the Angels even had them. Like Matt Duffy is on the Angels now.
like Mike Trout, who's that guy?
News to me. Oh, sorry, my bad. Mike Trout. Yeah. The catchers they have. I'm looking at it right now. It's either I feel like it's Stassi Suzuki and Tice, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just don't really know who's gonna start. I feel like
It's got to be Stassi, right?
It's Stassi. Yeah, he had a pretty good year last year.
No way they roll Kurt Suzuki out there.
no chance Suzuki comes
He's
out.
got no knees left.
And then the infield, I'm looking at it's based off of the names I know. Jared Walsh first, second. I feel like Jack Mayfield is the name I heard the most. I could be wrong about that one. Then third base, Anthony Rendon. He's really fallen off since the Nationals.
Yes, he has.
He's been injured.
Fall off. And then I think Tyler Wade is the shortstop. I don't even know. He's
That's a great question.
he was on the Yankees, right? At
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, picked up on waiver.
That's all I know him from, so I'll just go with him. And then I think outfield, obviously Trout, and I'd assume Justin Upton. I feel like he's going to play left majority of the games, or he'll DH, and then they'll send out some nobody out there. And then the only right fielder on the list is Taylor Ward. So guess him.
That's all him.
Not many names on this team, if I'm being honest.
What about David Fletcher and Dexter Fowler?
Fowler's not going to play, but they'll
No.
play
It's-
Marsh or Joe Adele.
I don't even see those guys on this list right now, so must be injured.
David Fletcher?
Oh, David Fletcher's not. No, he's right here.
Yeah, he'll be their
I don't-
second baseman.
Okay, he'll be their second baseman. My bad.
I hope it's Joe Adele in the outfield at some point.
It will
He's
be.
gonna be a
Probably-
stud.
Then they were
probably
already
be-
talking about Marsh coming up in center and then moving Trout to right, but Joe Madden didn't seem like he was a fan of it. But
I thought it was Joe Madden that said that.
no, he was like, yeah, he's gonna play center.
Yeah.
Organization wants they got to play Marsh and Adele both. Adele's pretty good. He's right-handed, but Brandon Marsh is like Harrison Bader's speed, but he's left-handed. He's got a lot better bat. But he can play the corner, but he's just so fast. It's like he's got to play center. So it's Mike Trout's days in center has got to be numbered.
Hey, Owen, can we start keeping a tally for every time someone Brad compares a player to Harrison Bader?
Everybody knows what Harrison Bader is, so like you can get a kind of an idea.
Well, it's whenever you're talking about like center fielders with upside, you're like, it's if Harrison Bader, but he can hit.
Harrison Bader's good. Okay,
It's like Harrison Bader, but better.
Harrison Bader's a top 8 center fielder. I'd die on this hill.
At number 8 or what? Why top 8? That's an oddly specific number.
Because he's not 9 or 10. I think he's number 8. So if I said top 10, you're gonna be like, oh, he's 10. No, he's 8.
Yeah.
So in the Angels pitching rotation, I can give you 1 and 2. Shohei Ohtani. Oh wait, he's their DH. Never mind.
All right.
And then number 2 will more than likely be Noah Syndergaard, but after that, I'm looking at like the only name I recognize is Michael Lorenzen.
Yep.
Griffin
Reed
Campbell.
Detmers.
Yeah, he's
He'll be
He's-
coming up this year.
yeah. I was gonna say he's their
Right.
highest listed prospect, left-hand pitcher. He's projected for this year, so it'll be him.
Linwood. Yeah, he pitched since like last August.
Yeah.
Linwood
Yeah, he
Pro.
did come up.
Central Illinois.
Right.
And then, I mean, they got a couple of good relievers coming out, like Iglesias, and they just signed Tapera. So, like, I
Yeah.
guess the pitching could be better. But yeah, it's gonna
The
be
whole team could be better.
it's gonna be a battle for third. Let me tell you. A lot of
Ready to see it happen.
A lot of questions in the air for both the Angels and the Rangers. So it's gonna be a great watch for that battle. There's going to be quite the gap between second and third, to say the least. And that's all I
second.
got. So second, we
Astros.
give it to
So the
Yeah,
Astros
we
are coming in second.
Yeah.
Okay, so your second place Houston Astros.
I love
I
this.
mean, this isn't a lineup that's it's not like too different from what we've been used to seeing the last few years. They lost Carlos Correa, big deal, one of the best shortstops in baseball. Doesn't matter.
Didn't end up in the north side.
Didn't end up on the Cubs, but you can't really be too mad about the Astros falling. Any detriment to the Astros is still a small win for most baseball fans.
Yeah.
So as far as the Astros, their starting lineup, it's looking like their catching spot is very interesting. We're looking at either old Martin Maldonado or Jason Castro battling it out for that spot behind the plate. So really not a good choice there between either of those two. But we'll see. We'll see who comes out on top in that one.
I feel like it's going to be Maldonado. He was there.
It's got to be because he's got the experience, right? But
He's
like
that
I
guy.
said, not the strongest catcher room in the American League. First base, probably still going to be 40-year-old Yuli Gurriel. Second base, it'll be Jose Altuve for what feels like the 50th year in a row. They still got Bregman over at third. Don't forget that time he was an MVP or whatever. I guess he's not bad. At shortstop, now that Correa is gone, I don't know if they have another plan right now, but
Nova.
it's not going to be Friedis Nova.
They just picked up.
Who?
Didn't they just pick up Goodrum?
Oh yeah, they did pick up Nico Goodrum. He might be starting at shortstop for them because otherwise it's Aledmys Diaz, I think.
It's Aledmys. Fuck yeah.
Because I mean, if they would have played Aledmys Diaz, by all means, I'm not gonna stop him. Left field, we still got Michael Brantley. I would assume he's gonna hit 300 again. That's pretty much a lock every year. Are they gonna play Jose Siri in center field? Who's their starting center fielder now?
Who's the white dude that played in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Jake Myers.
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker played center
was
field
right
for them.
field.
I thought he was playing
Tucker's
right.
right.
No, they had.
I thought Jordan Alvarez was in right field a lot,
He's going to
Jordan's
DH.
probably going to DH.
DHs.
He's listed as a designated hitter.
I mean,
he's listed as a left fielder too, but yeah.
Left field. Okay, not right. No, my bad.
I can't remember.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm assuming it's going to be I'm assuming Kyle Tucker in right, Michael Brantley in left, and then probably, I mean, Jose Siri or Jake Myers in center. I feel like that's probably what they'll do, and then DH Jordan Alvarez because he's still like the best hitter in the American League. So yeah, still a decent lineup for the Astros. They're still going to be a pretty solid ball club this year. The rotation wise, it sounds like Justin Verlander is going to be able to actually pitch this year, assuming he stays healthy. He'll probably be their ace. Framber Valdez, been a staple of their rotation now. Lance McCullers also, of course, no surprise there. Luis Garcia, I'm going to say will probably be pretty firmly in that rotation. And then it'll either be Jake Odorizzi or Jose Urquidy in that last spot. Not really sure who they give that to. I guess we'll just see who pitches better this year is probably what it'll come down to. So that's that'll be an interesting one to watch, I guess, if you're an Astros fan.
Chas McCormick.
Yeah.
Is the center fielder.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So McCormick and center. Gotcha. Okay. Then out of the pen, pretty decent bullpen down there in Houston. You got Blake Taylor. He's not too bad. Christian Javier, kind of mid. Ryan Stanek, probably going to be pretty good. I think he's, people know who Stanek is. He's a pretty established reliever at this point. They got Phil Maton, another Central Illinois, 217 representative there. Shout out. And then Ryan Presley looking like the closer this year for the Houston Astros. So yeah, that's how the big league ball club's shaken up. As far as their farm system goes, not really a ton of huge name prospects. You got guys like Corey Lee and Hunter Brown, for battery wise, you got a good catching prospect and a really solid pitching prospect there. But I think their top overall is Pedro Leon He's like an outfielder, shortstop, kind of a 5-tool guy. He can play pretty much anywhere. I think he's another guy that the only question is really about his bat. The athleticism and the fielding are pretty much there already. He's in AAA, he's fine. But he is like 25, so that's their farm system. Not really. I mean, it's what you expect from a team who's built to win now. But yeah, it's looking. I'm gonna say this Astros team, even though we are saying they'll finish second, they're not gonna be. They're gonna be a playoff contending team. They're gonna be around 90 wins. I'm gonna say probably about 92 and 70 for a record for the Astros this year. I mean, they lost a bit, but they're still so loaded. They're not gonna be bad.
So, hey, Brad, I remembered a name for the Athletics, and I looked them up, and I found out the Athletics have a lot of free agents still. So the free agents from that team: Chris Davis, Mike Fiers, Jed Lowry, Mitch Moreland, Mario Pettit, Sergio Romo, and Trevor Rosenthal.
Yeah, so
You think any of them are coming back?
no.
I don't think they need any of them to come back.
I mean, do they need any of them? No. I mean, Mario Petit's not bad, and Trevor Rosenthal's okay, but like Jed Lowry's not doing anything for me. Chris Davis, he was in Texas, got DFA'd, they picked him up, and he spent the whole year in AAA. I mean, he's not what he was.
If you have to throw a DH out there every day, then you could just go ahead and say, why not Chris Davis? But that's just your team.
He's going to bat 247. You already know what you're getting from him.
Jokes.
And they're bad. Like, they know they're going to be bad.
Yeah. Just let Chad Pender do it or something. I mean,
well, that's the thing, is if you're just going to let some other schmuck go out there and do it, you might as well just give Chris Davis a couple mil to walk out there and hit a home run every few days.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
I mean, this Mariners team, the moves that they made this offseason, I absolutely love every single one of them.
Yeah.
The signing of Robbie Ray before the offseason or before the lockout happened, I think that was absolutely massive for them because, I mean, looking at their starting rotation, it needed a little bit of help. The trade for Winker and Suarez, and I mean, giving up at best Justin Dunn, like they didn't give up much at all for that. Love that move for them. Signing Adam Frazier, I love it. Love every single move they made. So this lineup, top to bottom, Adam Frazier leading it off, playing second base. Got Kyle Lewis in center field, I think. Mitch Haniger over in right. Got Winker DHing. Ty France playing first. Suarez back at third. And that's a big thing that I love is Suarez back at third. Because those numbers dropped terribly last year when the Reds were trying to force him over at shortstop. He'll be back at third in a powerhouse of a lineup. I think those numbers are going to jump right back up. And Kelnick over in left field, J.P. Crawford at shortstop, and Tom Murphy catching behind the dish. One guy who I really want to see this year, but I don't know how much time he's going to get, is Julio Rodriguez. I want to see him up. I want to see him playing. The guy's going to be an absolute beast. He's going to be an MVP winner. He's going to be amazing. I just don't think that they have the room for him this year, so I don't know how that's going to go. Rotation-wise for this team, alluded to it a bit with Robbie Ray, Marco Gonzalez, Chris Flexen, Logan Gilbert, and then that fifth spot, I don't know if it's going to be Justice Sheffield or Matt Brash. I'm leaning toward Matt Brash. Matt Brash had a good year in the minors last year. Sheffield had a down year. I like Brash in that 5 spot, but I can go either way, I guess. Not too bad there. I'm pinning this team right around. I mean, they're going to be battling with the Astros. It's not going to be a runaway, but man, if they play right, they could be one of the better teams in baseball this year. I like them sitting around 93, 94 wins. Bullpen. You guys want to hear about that bullpen at all?
Yeah, we do.
Sure.
So you're looking at like Paul Sewald as their closer or Drew Steckenrider.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this whole bullpen is like decent. Special, nothing crazy. It's decent. the pitching is what might kill this team. Diego Castillo, Casey Sadler, Ken Giles, and then Andres Munoz.
Oh yeah,
Names out there.
you better believe it.
So it just kept getting better the more names you listed.
I mean, I think him, Pearson, Hancock might stick in that rotation, but if not, put him in the bullpen. Oh my god, that's electric stuff.
So, I'm liking this team. And their prospects. I was looking at the MLB Top 100 list, and I think they got like 5 or 6 guys in there or something like that. They're crazy loaded up right now. So they're going to be exciting for a little while. I'm excited for Julio Rodriguez. I want to see him.
He'll get his time.
About that. He will. Winker, I like him as a DH only this year. I don't want to see him play any outfield. Just focus on hitting the baseball, and you guys are going to be golden out there. Man, I'm excited for the Mariners. They're
America's
just a fun team
team.
to watch.
America's team.
I was rooting for them so hard at the end of last year. Down the stretch there. Man, this year.
These are our Seattle Mariners, boys.
This is it.
Yeehaw.
We're definitely bought in. TouchAllFour is bought in on the Mariners winning the AL West.
Should we all throw like $100 together for them to win the World Series?
Some betting?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm down.
For that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody talk about the Rockies or the Diamondbacks. Take your pick.
I think it's going to be the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle for 4th place.
Oh my God, no, the Diamondbacks. They got some bright spots over there with Ketel Marte.
That
When
you
they
better
trade
stop right there.
Okay, lineup, top to bottom. Josh Rojas over at third base. David Peralta out in left field. Ketel Marte at second. Christian Walker at first. Seth Beer DHing. Carson Kelly behind the plate. Haven Smith in right field. And Nick Ahmed at shortstop. I don't have a center fielder here. It doesn't matter, does it?
No. Alec Thomas, just throw him in there.
Yeah, Alec Thomas. We'll go with Alec Thomas.
Bring him up.
Field here. I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
That outfield is going to be deadly in a few years between Alec Thomas and Corbin Carroll. I like what they got going on over there.
Yeah. Watch them damn Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I mean, get the desert boiling up a bit, you know. Jesus. Man, rotation: Zach Gallen, Madison Bumgarner, Merrill Kelly, Luke Weaver, and the newly acquired Zach Davies to boot Dan Straley out of there.
Dan Straley.
I guarantee this team's going to flirt with 2 or 3 no-hitters this year, though.
They'll be the recipients.
Gallen.
They'll be the new Guardians.
Oh, God. Because those guys, that Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, Luke Weaver, those 3, they can go out and they can shove.
No.
The next game, they'll come out for 2 1/3, 12. But
You got me on Zach Gallen. The other 2 absolutely just threw me against the wall. What are we talking about? Luke
like
Weaver,
one
Merrill Kelly.
every 8 starts. I'm not saying like it's an everyday type of.
Oh yeah, I love them 6.5 ERA guys as much as the next guy. I really do. Jay Happ was a fan favorite, but what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just trying to have something to be excited about and to enjoy.
Waste your time.
I'll give you something to be excited about. Zach Davies is a potential breakout to watch with the Diamondbacks. I'll tell you that. He had a pretty solid year last year with the Cubs. He's figuring it out.
Oh, Brad, what's your take?
About Zach Davies?
Yeah, 0 for 2. They're 0 for 2. Both bad takes.
The what?
Never mind. You don't have the brain to comprehend an oral conversation. Anyway,
What bad take are you talking about? I think Owen's talking about Jack Davies.
I am talking about Jack Davies.
So since 2000, 25% of all MVPs first name has started with a J. So I think Jack Davies might have something cooking in Arizona, getting out of the old friendly confines.
0 for 3.
I could see it.
Yes, you
Boosting this
can.
team from a 55-win team to a 60-win team.
Yeehaw.
That's
Or-
bullshit to assume you're gonna get you 5 wins, man.
Hey, if we're gonna talk MVP, let's talk Jatel Marte, huh?
If he doesn't get traded.
Giselle.
He might be till May.
Tell
We'll see.
Marte. He's gonna look good in Miami.
I think he's gonna be gone. I think Peralta's gonna be gone. Love the freight train, man. He's a good guy. Seth Beer. Watch it. Mark my words. He's the MVP of this team.
Jeff Beer.
Competition to beat out, but
Jeff Beer.
Jeff Beer.
Beer jersey's my next one. So
Oh, yeah.
riding high on Seth Beer.
Jake Lamb has to pass the torch some way.
Nah.
Okay, all right.
All right, Pavin Smith would be a better answer, but
Please.
Prospect I'm loving from this team, Jordan Lawler, when he's ready to
Yep.
go. 6th pick in this draft. Comparisons to Bobby Witt Jr., second best shortstop in the draft. He's going to be great. Yeah, that's what I got. So between him, Thomas, and Carroll, they got a nice little young crew coming up there. So maybe there's something to look forward to for you Diamondbacks fans out there.
Rollbacks.
Maybe.
rollbacks.
But no, seriously, give me 55 wins for this team this year.
55
think
days
that
out of the
division's-
year, you're gonna be feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
So the D-backs with 55.
Yeah.
Tell me
The
why the
Rockies
Rockies
with
are going to get
52?
56.
Yeah, so similar situation to the AL West here. Battle for 4th place instead of 3rd.
It won't be as fun to watch. Probably will
No.
not nearly as fun to watch.
Way worse.
I can tell you, the Rockies and Diamondbacks games are going to be very competitive in all the wrong ways, or the right ways, depending on how you look at it. I don't catcher wise, I don't even know. They got 2 of them, Nunez and Diaz. Nunez is younger,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming fuck it, let him play. Maybe Diaz. And then first base, they got CJ Cron. He did pretty well last year, right? So I feel like that's a pretty solid stick right there. On second base, I'm looking at either Ryan McMahon or Brendan Rodgers, because I know Ryan McMahon can play he's very versatile. So I wouldn't be surprised if they stick him at 3rd, because I don't know who else would play 3rd on this team.
Josh Fuentes?
Is he good?
No.
He's not even listed here.
Yeah, for a reason, he's bad.
Oh, okay. Well, then
He's
why would you even
he's like
mention
what's
him?
the-
Nolan's cousin, like Nolan Arenado's cousin.
Chris Bryant?
The error.
Chris
I
Bryant?
have Chris Bryant in left field.
Okay.
Raimel Tapia? Dude?
I have him in
Oh, he's
center
a boy.
field.
What are we talking about?
I have
Of
him
course,
in center
Ramos
field.
playing center. He's too
You
fast.
guys didn't even let me get to the outfield. Jeez, man.
Come on, let him talk. Oh, my gosh.
Raimel Tapia is like Harrison Bader if Harrison Bader couldn't hit.
Now you're talking. I get behind that. I know what kind of player he is. Jonathan
That's-
Daza in center, dude. Jose Iglesias is short. Fire
Jonathan
me.
Daza's gonna DH. Come on, we already know that.
I actually,
They were
so
smart.
I have Jose Iglesias starting the year at short, but then I have Ezekiel Tovar taking over, young guy. I don't see why they wouldn't give him the playing time, considering how bad this team is.
No Garrett
Um,
Hampson.
He's playing center.
That makes
like,
more
he's-
sense for him.
He's
He
not
has
listed
been
here,
anyway.
so. Oh yeah, he's listed as an outfielder. I don't know.
It's fine.
I mean, Chris Bryant will probably move between 3rd and left. Right now, they have him as a left fielder, so I'm just going to stick with it. And then I put Tapia in center just because I know his name. And then Charlie Blackman's always in their lineup. So put him in-
Chucky,
Chuck
put him in
Nasty.
left field.
Damage. Sam Hilliard, stand up.
Sam Hilliard take another year in the minors. Chuck Nasty didn't retire.
Wouldn't be surprised. I could see them bringing him up and then just rotating the outfield. I could see it.
They should. I mean, they should be bumping Bryant back to third and then letting those young guys play in the outfield, but they probably won't because it's the Rockies.
Yeah, and if they want Brendan Rodgers to play second, McMahon's got to be at third.
Yeah.
You'd think, right?
Terrible.
And the rotation, Kyle Freeland.
Armand Marquez, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably be in it because I don't recognize any names. And,
Austin Gomber, come on, dude.
Austin
Arenado deal? Come on.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
forget to talk about the Cardinals while we're talking about the Rockies.
And let's not forget,
He's like the number 3.
let's not forget coming out of the bullpen, they got Alex Colomé.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
As did everybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
so
Probably because no one cares about the Rockies. I'm going to be honest. When you said Chris Bryant, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, oh wait, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, you cried about it on last week's episode. Hey, go watch that if you guys haven't.
Chris
Yeah,
Bryant,
last week's episode.
Chris Bryant is
Good
all
point.
about the money now. He didn't get the ring in San Francisco, so
He's going to get it in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, he is.
like 8 years.
They're not,
Not
done,
even-
baby.
not
Carlos
even-
Correa.
I'm
Opt
looking
out.
at
Down next
the
year.
prospect list, man. And they have one guy at the top 100. Like there's
Yeah,
not
totally.
much. Zach Bean.
Oh, with the right
Zach Bean.
19-year-old. He's actually not
Yeah.
bad.
He's projected he's in single A right now, but they're projecting him for 2023.
They
Boy,
bumped
he-
Googly out of the top 100. How bad did he do this year?
That's pretty bad, man.
How bad do you have to play to get a switch hitting first baseman knocked out of the top 100?
That's what I mean. What the fuck? What are we
He's-
doing?
He's not up there, man.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, yeah, just one guy.
Tell me about
So-
their pitching prospects.
What pitching prospects?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Do you even want to be a pitching prospect in the Rocky system right now?
No.
No.
The last 3 first-round picks haven't made it past AA. First-round pitching picks.
They took a guy
I'm
like
gonna-
4th overall
No.
a few years back, and he was done by like 2 years.
Who?
He didn't even get to pitching course before he called it quits.
Now imagine you make it up and then you're playing at Coors too. So then you just leave a fastball down the middle to someone and
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah,
Rocky.
so I think
Hmm.
we're good on the Rockies here.
I think so. So the Padres are coming in 3rd.
Yeah.
So we got,
No, we do believe in the Giants.
we believe in the Giants to do it again.
I mean, I was there when Dallas Braden said this San Francisco Giant team wouldn't even sniff the postseason.
Not a sniff, not a
Not a
whiff.
sniff.
Not a sniff.
Rest in peace, Jake Krabs and Barstool. Thank you.
Not a sniff. And they got 107 wins last year.
Yeah, it's like, can you really doubt this team anymore?
That's why I'm saying the Padres will probably end up in 3rd again. As much as I think their roster is still way better than the Giants.
Giants will find a way. So
They did last
let's-
year. I mean, last year's team wasn't better than last year's Padres team on paper until all like the injuries and everything happened.
You got no Buster Posey, dude. What are we gonna do?
Joey Bart.
Ah,
Tell
I'm
me
not
about the
sold on that.
Padres. Tell me about
All
the
right,
Padres.
we can talk about the Padres a little bit. I mean, it's not like the Padres won't be able to compete for that second spot. Obviously, it should be, in theory, a lot closer this year than it was last year, assuming the Padres can roll a full team out there all year.
No more motorcycle accidents.
Yeah, if we can avoid the motorcycle incidents, I'm gonna say Padres probably won't be too bad. Behind the plate, they've got options, I guess. It's gonna be Austin Nola because he's definitely the best catcher on the roster right now. They've got Caratini backing him up, and they've got Luis Camposano coming up through the system, who will probably be who will be biting at the heels of Austin Nola here soon enough to take over that catching spot. First baseman, really not much going on there for the Padres. Right now, Eric Hosmer is still listed as their top guy for first base. I don't know if I'm surprised he's still on the team, to be honest. But I guess if he's there, he's going to play first. I would say they could probably put Cronenworth at first, but if Tatis is going to miss time because of this injury, Cronenworth's got to be at short, right? So it's looking like if that's going to be the case, it'll be Hosmer at first, Ha-Sung Kim at second, Machado at third, and Cronenworth at short across the infield. Obviously, if Tatis is playing, that changes things around. Cronenworth probably just plays second, and Ha-Sung Kim goes to the bench. I don't think they would put Cronenworth at first as much as they love Eric Hosmer.
What about
Not with
CJ
the-
Abrams? Is it his time?
Oh yeah, I mean, if they feel the need to have Cronenworth play elsewhere, then yeah, I think Abrams could come up for sure. I mean, I think he's
He's gotta be close, right? We've been hearing about him for a couple of years now.
Yeah, they seem to think. I think they seem to think he's ready.
Yeah.
But you can never really tell with prospects, I guess.
No.
So we'll see. They'll probably roll out with the usual big league suspects here. Will Myers, as of right now, is still going to play for the Padres. He hasn't been traded either. So I'm thinking it's going to be Myers in left, Trent Grisham in center, and then I guess like Jurickson Profar. I don't know who else they have for outfielders right now.
Tommy Pham.
They still have Tommy Pham. He's not listed on their roster.
He's always in. Do you
He's a
think
free
that
agent right now, I believe.
Is he really? Nobody's
Yeah.
picked up Tommy Pham. The Rockies.
Wow.
What are we doing? Right there. Go get your boy.
do you think there's a possibility? Because I know when Tatis came back last year, they had him out in the outfield. Do you think they're gonna experiment with that again, or just stick him back at short?
Maybe. I think. I mean, I've been pretty vocal about Fernando Tatis's mediocrity defensively.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really a lock to be their shortstop.
Especially with Cronenworth.
Yeah. And if
Or the
CJ Abrams is
prospect,
going to come
yeah.
up and play, then yeah, Tatis could easily play in the outfield because they're pretty thin out there right now. Not a lot of options for them. They did pick up Luke Voigt though, so potential first baseman, I guess, but probably DH.
That's
I
More
like
than likely. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
That's
say.
another reason Hosmer won't leave first.
Yeah, so I mean, they're going to try everything they can to play Eric Hosmer as much as possible because it's the Padres, and then they love his at -5-degree average launch angle. As far as pitching goes, I mean, pitching is this team's calling card really for the most part. I don't think that's really too much of a controversial take. They've kind of got a 6-starter situation going on, depending on what the situation is with injuries, and also Ryan Weathers is just kind of up and down and all over the place. But otherwise, pretty solid rotation with Yu Darvish, Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove, Mike Clevenger, and Chris Paddock. I mean, it's about as solid of a starting 5 as you'll find around the MLB. And Ryan Weathers is super talented lefty, and he's going to work his way into getting innings if he can actually stay healthy and pitch consistently. So pretty promising looks for their pitching staff. And they've got the bullpen is not amazing, I guess, by any stretch of the imagination, but you've got guys in there like, who am I thinking of? I just lost him. Dinelson Lamet, former starter, still got good stuff, still knows how to pitch. He'll come out of the pen and be pretty good. Craig Stammen, Drew Pomeranz, Emilio Pagan. I mean, it's not like the best bullpen in the world or anything, but it's about like the Mariners. I mean, it'll be good enough to get the job done, I think, for what this team will be able to produce offensively, and also what they'll get out of their starters, assuming they pitch them more than 5 innings. We'll see. I think the Padres could very well win 90 to 95 games, depending on injuries and how much they can actually put it together at one time. We have them finishing 3rd, which says a lot about this division. I'm going to say probably about a 92 win season for the Padres. I know I said the exact same thing for the Astros, but they're pretty much in the same spot right now. They've got some holes here and there, but overall it's a really good roster, and they should be a good team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's always that Padres effect. They're always good on paper, but then
it just never works out.
Something goes wrong.
Especially when you have a team like the San Francisco Giants who don't look that good on paper and somehow
win 107 games.
Yeah,
Fuck you,
so-
Mom.
so-
Exciting.
Bradley, tell me why the Giants are going to somehow squeak out the same season they did last year.
Well, we just not talking about the defending NOS champs finishing second, right? Like, we're just not even a discussion. Nothing. You don't believe in their whole metric system and Alex Cobb having a no. Okay. Oh, all right. I just try to see where your head's at, man.
The Dodgers
really
just signed
have a
Freddie
head.
Freeman.
So super teams don't
So
work. Well, I guess I'm forcibly picking the Giants to finish second this year. Very hurt by that. We're gonna go around the diamond, rip Buster Posey. Should we take a moment of silence for Buster?
yeah.
All right, it's about enough
All
of
right.
that. Anyway, so I think everybody's figured out now. It's Joey Bart's chance finally. We'll see. 27-year-old
Chadwick.
I saw
Did
he's
Come
gone,
on.
isn't he?
I was gonna say, didn't
Sure.
they deal him?
Yeah, he's backing up Jacob Stallings in Miami.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, terrible. Anyway, Brandon Belt's back for his 74th year on the Giants at first. You got Mr. Big Head Tommy LaStella at second. Third base, you got Evan Longoria and his massive contract for no reason at all. You move over to shortstop, you got the old man Brandon Crawford. The same infield they've pretty much been rolling out for years now. You know how we do it. Left field, my guy Lamont Wade Jr. I
like it. I like
his
it.
swing. I tell you what, Fangraphs has him projected at a 242 batting average, and that is a crime. An absolute
That is a
crime.
Lamont Wade crushes baseballs.
Speaking of crushes baseballs, Steven Duggar in center field, huh? Or is it Ramos? Yeah. Is it his time to shine yet? I don't think so.
No.
I think he's young. Right field. Yaz. Come on, man. The 29-year-old rookie. Who doesn't love him? Some Mike Yastrzemski. Really?
It's dog. Absolute dog.
I mean, if you want to throw Jock Peterson out there every day too, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. He doesn't have to move very much in right field. That wall cuts in a lot.
Yeah, there's a big wall there.
Yeah.
I mean, Jock Peterson and Mike Yastrzemski, probably the two best players to be hitting in that ballpark right now.
Oh yeah, they're gonna lose a lot of baseballs out in that water. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good.
We move over to the rotation. Logan Webb might fuck around, win a Cy Young. Stay tuned. Kid's
Jogan
nasty.
Webb.
yeah.
Jogan Webb.
And how about former Southsider Carlos Rodon? Huh? Come on, what are we doing?
Charlos.
Dog.
He do anything.
Carlos, maybe.
Yeah. I got something better for that.
How bad I
DeSclafani.
wanted them back.
J'Anthony DeSclafani.
Anthony
Come
DeSclafani.
on, man. He was nasty last year. Alex Wood? No. Alex Cobb.
I was
Oh, but that doesn't do it for you. What about the 30-year-old Matt Boyd? Depth. This team has depth.
Yeah, they do. They got plenty of that.
I mean, you move to the bullpen, you get Tyler Rogers, my favorite reliever. I mean, come on now. Submarine guys. Nobody's tickled me quite like that since Pat Neshek, is all I'm saying.
Okay, no Steve Cishek for you. Okay.
No, not as much of a fan. He wasn't as good in the Cardinal.
Yeah, he
end.
kind of got lit up.
Yeah, bad. Can't really count Joey Bart a prospect anymore. Mauricio Dubon is that the shortstop?
Yeah,
Prospect
shortstop, third
Ronnie
baseman,
Mauricio. No,
No, he's in New
no,
York.
Marco
Luciano. There
That's
we
who
go.
it is.
That's
Yeah.
who we're talking
Mauricio
about.
Dubon has been like 27 or something. He's older now.
Yeah, he's the other one that's like their swing
Yeah.
fourth outfielder.
Yeah.
Pitching wise, they have Seth Corey. He's a dog, big
Yeah.
lefty. Other than that, nobody else you really need to spend too much time on.
We're
But
talking
they
about
always,
our boy Camilo Duvall.
he's not considered. Okay, I guess he probably is considered, but he's gonna be their closer this year. So it's like,
Yeah, but you didn't mention with the bullpen either. I was kind of hurt.
We
yeah,
only mentioned one bullpen pitcher, so
that's pretty much all you need to know. Dominic Leone, who gives a flying hell? Nobody. They might fuck around win another 100 games. I don't actually think that'll happen, but it would be so cool. I hate the Dodgers. Fangraphs, once again, got to go back to old reliable, has them winning 84 games next year. That is a crime. 88 games, my bad. Still a crime. What are we doing? This is a 92-win team every day, taking to the bank. Moving on. Wild card round.
I second that.
All right,
So
Brad.
let's talk about the Dodgers. Go ahead. Yep. There you go. Go ahead. All right. All right. The Dodgers. Super teams. They never work. They won in 2020, the good old Mickey Mouse year that doesn't count. That's all they can do when it's a shortened season.
Get to the point.
All right. They traded for Freddie Freeman, MVP first baseman. God damn it. The lineup leading off: Mookie Betts in right, Trey Turner at short, Freddie Freeman at first, Justin Turner at third, Max Muncy DHing, Will Smith catching, Chris Taylor at second, Cody Bellinger in center, and AJ Pollock in left field. They have the offense. Rotation. Walker Buehler.
Baseball.
Walker Buehler, Julio Urias, Clayton Kershaw, Tony Gonsolin, and then either good old Andrew Haney or Tyler Anderson.
Who?
Yep. On the bench, Gavin Lux, Matt Beatty, Austin Barnes, and Zach McKinstry. We don't like the Dodgers, all right? We get it.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't quite done.
All right. My MVP for the Dodgers this year is going to be Freddie Freeman, just standing out, even though you still have others like Trey Turner and Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman's just Freddie Freeman. Love the guy. Hate that he went to the Dodgers. But prospects-wise, Dodgers don't have anyone worth a shit in their system. They are the definition of built to win now, and a team that does not care about a luxury tax. Their number one prospect is Diego Cartaya. He's a catcher. He has comparisons to Salvador Perez. Pretty good hitter, really good arm behind the plate. I'm projecting this Dodger team to actually get 2 more wins than last year. I feel like the Giants aren't going to be beating it or putting up as much of a competition as they did last year. I'm predicting 108 and 54 for the Dodgers, and then losing in the World Series because they're the Dodgers. Chris Taylor is going to go off for about 13 home runs in the World Series. Somebody else is going to hit. So it's like clockwork. Unless the season gets, I don't know, season starting. We're playing a full season. Lockout doesn't affect anything. They're not going to win a World Series in a full season. They need another shortened season to do it. They're the Dodgers.
So they're losing the CS again.
Yeah. I mean,
the Cardinals 6. No big deal.
Yeah, I bet you'd like some redemption for that, wouldn't you?
I would, because I kicked their ass every year until, well, this wild card game.
So the Dodgers. Can we stop talking about them now?
Yeah.
All right, good. I wanted to say something because it reminded me. Miami picked up Jorge Soler.
Yeah.
I think that's a great move for Miami. And I also saw on Twitter about how bad it was for Miami getting rid of well, actually Stan was a good thing because of how end loaded his contract was, but losing Yelich, Yelich was disappointing. They just immediately all right, none of the prospects from Stan nor Yelich panned out, and they could have extended JT Realmuto. I mean, Ozuna, those prospects didn't work out either, did they?
Yeah, they did. Sandy Alcantara.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that was the one win there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe Zach Gallen got passed around in that deal too. When you talk about it, Magneuris Sierra.
I don't remember, but I'm actually watching spring training stuff and everything that's happening with all the trades. I'm excited to see what happens to Miami this year.
I think they could be a super fun team. That's going to be a very fun division to watch. That's going to be good baseball out in the East. AL and I know that's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The East is definitely going to be the side to watch.
Oh yeah.
And God, they still
Control.
have the Yankees. They still have the fucking Yankees in the top,
It's gotta be better.
finishing that division. No. The Yankees are going to be lucky if they somehow beat out the Orioles for last. All right.
No way.
Let me tell you. The
No
Yankees
way.
are not beating the Red Sox, Rays, or Blue Jays this year. They're just not going to do it. They may squeak out a couple, but they're going to lose all of those series, especially because half their team can't even play at home or go to Toronto as of right now because of vaccination laws.
I
Yeah.
love Aaron Judge.
That's the same thing for the Mets, actually, too. They got DeGrom.
Well, he's only going to be there for
Scherzer,
half
maybe.
the games anyway.
Yeah, that's
They don't
true.
have
So
that
that's good for
penciled in.
him. That's good for him.
They'll
But the
still get
Mets-
his usual production.
Well, that's the same thing for Aaron Judge then, too.
Yeah.
But both those New York teams, like half their players, they're not be able to play home games as of right now.
Yeah, that's tough.
But I definitely think the East is going to be the most fun baseball
It's gonna be great.
Easily.
because you got the
Especially
NL
now with the
Central,
Red
who have the
Sox.
Cardinals, and then the Brewers pitching, nothing else. The AL Central, you got the White Sox, maybe a young Tigers team, and maybe the Twins have Correa, or not Correa. Sorry, yes, Correa.
They
That's
do
it.
have Correa.
That's it. Sorry, yes, the Twins have Correa. That's it. And then the Guardians, little pitching, nothing really spectacular in the AL
A
Central.
little bit.
All right, and then you got the West. Who cares about the Dodgers? Rangers, they're gonna be exciting. I mean, it's just
Mariners.
baseball's baseball, but come on, the East is gonna be the most fun this year. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, that's definitely the most loaded divisions over there.
Oh, definitely.
Anybody want to talk about Corey Dickerson for just a little bit, or
I don't know. Well, I think it's about time we ended the podcast.
Yeah, that's enough. I gave the Cardinals one
Yeah. Come
one
on.
compliment. That's all they can get for today.
it's okay. See you in October.
No, you won't.
Good luck.
Yep.
Because the Cubs aren't making it, so
Well, he
So,
roots for all the
we
other
won't
teams.
have to get our
I'll play one of the
tattoos. No
teams in the
big
division
deal.
round.
So what are we thinking for next week?
We're gonna do our futures draft.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I don't really know what else we could do.
Oh, we have baseball. We could start talking about guys, but
And we could talk about the current events.
yeah, we actually have baseball, and now we're not talking about current baseball.
Yeah.
Spring training. If we want to talk about baseball, I mean, my boy Yoki, pumping it up.
Yolki has
So-
been hitting some nukes.
So
Yeah,
futures
hey,
draft
I
next
mean-
week, and we'll talk about current events too, like that's happening, spring training, who's raking, who's sucking.
Yeah, we can do a little spring
Who's
training
raking?
check-in.
Spring training check-in with a futures draft for us. I think that's all we got for right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to TouchAllFour. Visit our website, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify,
Oh.
Apple Podcasts.
Wait, have any of you guys watched the Tim Anderson, the first episode of his documentary?
Tim Anderson is a
Oh,
documentary.
okay. See you guys later.
I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, the Sox are rolling it out on their YouTube channel.
I'll take a look at that.
First episode came out today.
So after you get done watching our podcast on YouTube and watching us talk about baseball here, you can go ahead.
Josh, no free endorsements, even if it's a White Sox.
No, free endorsements. For the
No.
White
After you're
Sox.
done watching this episode of the podcast, go watch the other episodes of the podcast.
There
that?
we go. Owen's thinking.
Then go watch the Tim Anderson documentary.
If you have time, but if you just want to keep watching Touch All Four because it's on a tight schedule, we understand.
Yeah,
get
we
it.
understand.
Harrison Bader doesn't have his own documentary. Just saying.
Tim Anderson's literally just Harrison Bader.
It's a
but with
Bader
a
at
better
shortstop. Yeah. I mean,
You guys are so full of shit.
so yeah, long car ride, put TouchAllFour on in the background, doing some homework, just put on the podcast, whatever you're doing. There's always time for your buddies at TouchAllFour.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Peace out. See you next week.